What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up, y'all? This is Craig Smith from the 25, born and raised from the seven, born and raised in 773, relocated to the 901, and now suffering in 256. You are right now on a live edition of Let's Draw Something Extra. Jimmy JSmoove from the 832. Y'all know how you do it. If y'all don't, y'all really don't know how. Y'all really don't damn clue.
Exactly.
Because we're talking about our thoughts on the BCS title game and what does the future hold for Jalen Hurts. Jimmy, without further ado, we got to start with some NFL news. Bears on the low hired Kansas City's offensive coordinator to be the new head coach.
Okay.
Whatever his name is, and they kept it on the low. So and kind of ironic, Saturday was when the Chiefs started with the Titans. So I can't judge that hire right then and there. And also happened after it should have been after that Carolina and Broncos Super Bowl. Offensive finally decided to cut ties with offensive coordinator Don Shula and quarterback coach Ken Dorsey.
Which should have been done. I don't know if I would have got rid of Ken Dorsey because I think Ken Dorsey
because that shit.
Yeah. I think Ken Dorsey. Yeah, go ahead.
That shit was Shula, man. Excuse me, y'all need some chocolate ice cream. But that shit with Don Shula should have happened a long time ago, man. Because he like you said, he called predictable ass plays. He's very predictable.
Yeah.
He don't change up. And his offense is like that old Janet Jackson song, "What Have You Done For Me Lately?"
Oh, yeah.
And his offense doesn't change or nothing. So I think he need to go out. I think Rivera need to go after a guy like he need to try to get Rob Chudzinski again, wherever he is, because he's Carolina's offensive coordinator in Cam's first year for 4,000 yards in his rookie year, and I think he had close to 1,000 yards rushing. So other than that, man, let me give some. Well, I don't have no shout outs to give, but they shocked the world yesterday because I'm gonna admit something. 7 and with Tua threw that interception. You know, I cut it off and I went to bed. I really didn't cut it off. I just turned the volume down. So then when I woke up, I see it on Sports Center the trophy. I'm like, you know. So when I found out that Bama came back, won it in overtime, 3, I was impressed. But what I was more impressed about Jimmy was this. Did something. People can say what they want to say about Nick Saban.
Yeah.
That took a lot of fucking balls and guts. And that none other coach would do. And when he took Jalen Hurts out the game and put Tua in, we knew what was up. And then Kirby Smart admitted to take Jalen Hurts out. I mean, yeah, sure enough, he's 25-2 as a starter.
Yeah.
But points on the board in 3 quarters. What are you doing? Well, Tua comes in. You know, Tua come in the game. I don't know what is wrong with my camera, man. What's up? Tua comes into the game. and just at Georgia defense. And and Skip Bayless made a big shout out to him, man. By the way, Speedy Crew, Taylor, Shannon Sharp, and Skip Bayless. Skip Bayless made a point about that Georgia defense, dog. If that Georgia defense is so vaunted, because Nick Saban said something about they knew they couldn't run the ball. You could have ran the ball. Oklahoma had 201 rushing yards on their ass. And they were saying something about, and the reason being why Oklahoma got that many yards was because rushing and pass defense shut down Baker Mayfield threw off the time of his receivers and everything.
Yeah.
So, their defense is good, but Skip did make a good point. They came up with Oklahoma had 500 some total yards against that top 3 defense.
Yeah, you making a good point, man. You make a good point there, but the thing is, sometimes different teams bring out different animals. Dude, you're going in and out. I can't hear you right now. Hold on. You're going in and out. Can you hear me now? It's kind of.
I was saying, and I apologize to my YouTube viewers, man. This shitty ass camera been blocking me and stuff. But I knew, everybody, every Alabama fan knew. Nick knew, and I think even Jalen knew. It was just time to sit down because they knew. Look, put Tua in. There's nothing said. It was a different story. I mean, he impressed me, man. That little dude. I'm thinking that man like 5 foot something, 200 pounds. And I made mention on the Sport Talk group because you remember on the first episode we talked about when we did the breakdown.
Yeah.
This episode, Jimmy, I said that Clemson, Georgia ran the same defensive play. Alabama called the same offensive play that they ran against Clemson, and Jalen Hurts couldn't pass the ball. He had 2 receivers wide open. Okay, and then that was with Jalen Hurts. But then Tua comes in, calls the same play, fucking cover 2 man. Kind of funny. Clemson ran cover 2 man, opted and did bump and run.
Right.
Clemson and Georgia called the same exact defensive plays, same exact passing plays. Jalen Hurts couldn't even put the ball in somebody's hand, but Tua did on the first go round. Everybody said he basically made the true freshman mistake in throwing a deep ball, and it was the same exact damn play from that game. And Devontae Smith caught that ball. I'm like, that's the same damn play that they ran on Clemson with his roommate when he had 2 folks wide open.
Yeah.
So I mean, from looking at it, and then finally kind of catching up on the game, looking at it, I didn't look at highlights of it. I mean, it was more of a tug of war. Be honest with you, I think it was a good game, man. I mean, you can't count Georgia out because I think Bama's going to be reloaded next year. Georgia, I mean, that Swift dude, he's going to be starting running back, and then Kirby and Smart got a couple of stud running backs coming in too. But Jake Fromm dude from he going to have to work on his accuracy as a quarterback. I mean, whew. I don't see how they.
But I think. But here's the thing. I think Saban kind of messed him up by letting by not letting Lane Kiffin do what he do with him. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
I think part of that is on Nick Saban in itself. So I think Jalen Hurts needs to consider transferring. At this point, he needs to consider maybe transferring to a school that he may get an opportunity to play quarterback at, because I think the love between him and Nick Saban is pretty much gone at this point. Because
I
the
mean,
old saying is, the old saying is, if you let a freshman take your position, pretty much your position is gone. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah,
at this point, he need to consider transferring. I think he needs to probably go back to one of these Texas schools or the University of Houston or maybe A&M or something like that. He may need to make a change in scenery, because I don't think this is working for him. He won a national title, and
yeah.
yes, he's 25 too. Yes, his teammate came in there and helped win the national championship. It's kind of similar to what Tommy Frazier did with I think it was Pettinger, the
Mm-hmm.
quarterback, Barringer, or so. I guess it's been so long, but it was
Brooks Banner.
yeah,
Brooks Banner.
yeah, Barringer, yeah. He was having a bad game versus Miami, and had Tommy Frazier not stepped in, because even though Tommy Frazier was already a proven quarterback the year before versus Florida State, even though they lost to Florida State, but he came in for our boy man and won the national championship for Nebraska, and then the next year he come back and win another national title. Nebraska could have won like 3 or 4 straight national titles, with those teams that they have, uh, especially that year that they especially the next but again the next year, I'm kind of tongue tied, but the next year, that was the year they beat Florida University of Florida 63-20, some shit like this. It's been a long ass time. They
24.
ran the score. It was a ugly loss. It was an ugly
Well,
loss for Florida. Say what? 24? Are you? Been a
yeah,
long time. Yeah, but it's been a long time.
when
Yeah.
they beat.
Oh yeah.
But the way I look at it, man, I'm with this Jalen Hurts situation. Okay, like I said earlier, you gotta give, like I said, you gotta give props to Saban. No matter what people think about it. Like I've been seeing folks on Facebook talk about this Bam. Folks saying they hope this is Bama's last BCS title game. It's about sick of them, sick of them, about sick of them. Hey, Bama, the day in and day out. Here's the thing: Nick Saban has won 5 national titles in 9 years.
Hmm.
Other
Yeah.
schools have done.
Yeah.
9. Hey, put it like this: the man could have had 7 in 9 years.
Oh, easily, possibly
Easy.
8.
Or I ain't gonna go as far as to say that Nick Saban read our back college football, but I mean, come on, man. Why hate? Yeah, his offenses is all pedestrian. He believe in running the ball and all that shit. I
Hmm.
mean, 5 titles, 5 national titles in 9 years. Some of these schools barely got 5.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah, I mean, hold on. Now, let me see all the national champions. Let me go to Wikipedia. Wikipedia is a little bit different, and claim national titles. Sometimes those can be inaccurate. Let me go to national championships in football, college football. I want to do some research here because he has more than quite a few teams, notable teams. He has 6 national championships,
right?
of course. I just wanted to throw that out there, man. Where's Wikipedia though? Hold on. I like that better than Wikipedia. Wikipedia be slightly off. You know, because they talk about we won a national championship back in the 1960s, but most Tennessee fans don't claim that shit. And then you had you had the UPI poll, and okay, Alabama, of course, that goes without saying, has 16 national championships, which goes without saying. They didn't have the most national championships for quite a while. Michigan with 11, UFC 10, Pittsburgh 9, but most of those were in the 1920s. So when you start going to Oklahoma, he has almost as many national titles as Oklahoma. You know, he has the same number of national titles that Army. No, he has more than Army, Miami, Nebraska, University of California, Georgia Tech. You know, he has more national titles than a lot of people. Penn State. You know.
Man, and he's also, I think, 11-0 and 12-0 against his former assistants. What that tell you?
Yeah.
Shit.
Yeah.
The man has beat Jimbo Fisher, Mark D'Antonio, Jimmy Mack, Jim McElwain, not this Jimmy Mack, y'all. Muschamp. Who else? Shoot, I mean, the list go on and on, y'all.
Yeah. Yeah. I agree, man.
Former assistants. And then speaking of Mark D'Antonio, man, I think that dude is not getting a lot of props because he's running that Michigan. Yeah, Michigan State, they got a section, the football program got a sexual assault thing hanging over their head. But and that hasn't been cleared up, and I think D'Antonio was pissed up, like Mark D'Antonio was pissed off about that. Because I think you ain't gonna hear no more about it, but they gotta, they finna pick it back up, man. They finna start back to being how they was. They went like what 13-1, or 12-2 in 1 year to 13-1, 13-1 again. Yeah. So he gonna get them back the way they is. And I ain't gonna go as far as to say that Michigan State gonna mess around and be like the Alabama of the Big Ten. You know, the Big Ten really up for grabs. That's a different story. But Hurts thing, man, I gotta play gotta play the neutral field. Like I said, he gonna have to, like what you said about when a freshman basically take over your position is OV for you. I mean, position is OV. Now, if you want your job back, get better.
Yeah. Now, here's the thing, though. Now, the only way it ain't over for him, the only way it ain't over for him is Nick Saban gonna play a 2-quarterback system, which Nick Saban is really not a fan of a 2-quarterback system. You know, he went through that bullshit with LSU and Jamarcus Russell and what was the other guy? Another guy, because basically he was with Jamarcus Russell when he first came to LSU, and then I think he left the year after, something like that, because he went to the Miami Dolphins not too long after that. But now Nick Saban played that quarterback system that he played at LSU with Jamarcus Russell and those guys, then that'll be the only way that it's different. But other than that, I don't see him doing that, taking a risk like that, man. So it is what it is.
Because now you got to think about it, man. That quarterback system made me think about something when I was watching about what Tom Landry did. Mm-hmm. He wanted to go with a 2-quarterback system, and it didn't even fucking work. Yeah, I mean, you can't start. You can't be like Bill O'Brien. You start 7 to 8 different quarterbacks in one season. Mm-hmm. You can't do that.
No.
Right. I'm pretty sure he doesn't. But you know, Jalen just gonna have to learn. Just gonna have to, man in camp and get better. I mean, there's no excuse that he should get. He got to be riding the bench, winning his quarterback riding the bench. But and then again, is also some things in the game is more of his fault too.
Yeah.
I mean, really. I mean, he overthrew Calvin Ridley. Now, when Tua threw a ball to Calvin Ridley, I mean, he threw a bullet so doggone hard, man. Ridley was doing his hands like this. I ain't saying he was being hot. No, Tua threw that ball so doggone hard, and when he got to his hand, it just stung him a little bit. He made Tua make sure he caught it.
Yeah.
But
I mean, go ahead.
But man, I mean, and Calvin's little brother Riley really, he ain't least little brother catching more balls than big brother. Riley plays for Georgia, so.
Oh yeah, man, and I cannot believe they already have a tour.
You said what now?
They already have a Wikipedia leak for Tua.
Yeah.
That's crazy, dude. That's how famous he got. But I think what it is with Saban, though, I think he's campaigning to get that boy's brother, because you know how it is. Once you're able to get the brother, a lot of times you can easily get the little brother. And like Corey Wolf said, like Sports Talk, a lot of times the little brother of the family is usually the best athlete in the family in a lot of cases. Usually the best athletes in most people's family. And before I say this, please don't come on live and say this ain't true. There are exceptions to the rule. But usually the best athletes in the family are the older brother or the younger brother. Usually it's the younger brother. But it's usually those two. And if it ain't the younger brother, it's gonna be the older brother.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Case in point, Stephen Curry is the oldest brother, is the oldest son of Dale Curry. Seth Curry. I'm not gonna say Seth Curry is garbage, but he's more like a bench warmer for starters. He's a good guy to come off the bench. He's just not his brother. You know what I'm saying? He's got a good jumper. He was a good college player, but he's nowhere near Stephen Curry. He's not even close. You know what I'm saying? Like Michael Jordan, even though his sister is the youngest, of course, goes without saying. You know what I'm saying? And he was the youngest boy of the family. And he always had something to prove. You know what I'm saying? And we discussed this in Sports Talk that Michael Jordan had did an interview not too long ago. He said his brother was a better athlete than he was. He said, like most older brothers do, his older brother used to kick his ass in basketball. You know what I'm saying? But, I say this to say this, you know what I'm saying? And I don't mean to go all over the place. Nick Saban wants that younger brother. If he can get a brother, if he can get that younger brother, if he can get a brother that can play just like his big brother, or if not better, oh shit. That's another national title in the bag. And them Samoan guys, you know what I'm saying? Them Samoan guys, they know how to play football, man. You know what I'm saying? And I think Marcus Mariota had set the tone for the Samoan guys as far as the quarterback position. Even though you've always had Samoan quarterbacks like Marcus Tuiasosopo and a couple of other guys, but I think that's what he's leaning toward. Tua is definitely the future. I can see him being the future, unless Jalen Hurts get another chance, or he try to give Jalen Hurts another chance. Because to me, I don't think you want to just throw away a 25-2 quarterback, but you're 25-2 mostly because of a good defense for the most part. Kind of like David Palmer, I think his name was at Alabama.
Yeah.
Yeah, he had a winning record, even though he had more interceptions than touchdowns because of a good running game and a good defense. I think it's that. So with Jalen Hurts, as I call him, without that defense, setting the tone for the game, where are you? You know what I'm saying? You're mostly a runner. You can't read too many defenses. And I mean, like I say, I'm not putting it all on Jalen Hurts. It's not all Jalen Hurts' fault. A lot of this has something to do with Nick Saban, not educating this guy, not letting him work out with his quarterback coach. You know what I'm saying? Offensive coordinator also gets the blame for this. So, Jalen Hurts got to make a decision. Jalen Hurts definitely got to make a decision.
Yeah, I mean, because if I was him, like I said, if I was him, I would learn the position where he is. Take the time to study the film, fundamentals. And shout out to Jacquez Green, by the way. Like he said, make your reads and learn your progressions. And that's what Jalen Hurts need to do. So he really need to get back on the drawing board and knowing how to be a coordinator, how to be a QB. So, that's why I was asking people, is it safe to say that Jalen Hurts has lost a starting job? One guy at my job said, yeah. He said that Jalen right now is the best quarterback in the country at running on his right side when ain't nobody open, and he'll throw it out of bounds. I mean, that's all he do. So, but man, it was a good game. Like I said, Bama, they had issues. Georgia had some issues to handle. And, they already were previewing the next college football season. I'm like, look, college football ain't over with yet. Excuse me.
Mm-hmm.
Well, excuse me, y'all. I apologize for that. College football ain't even over with yet. Really, and they worrying about the new season. I mean, shit. I mean, who ain't worried about the new season? Tune in to you go on Rivals.com, and I remember I would read my preview off of Rivals.com when they talk about all the teams, their biggest problem is and stuff like that. And when they be addressing like with the problems, they're actually true. So, but man, yeah, I mean, good game. I'm happy for Bama. Really, I'm happy for Georgia too. Got to get them their respect because they they went in there. They had a good game plan and stuff to do what they need to do, but didn't get it done.
Yeah.
So and then what's ironic is the fact that Jalen Hurts. Okay, well, Tua, Devontae Smith, and another guy. All of them were true freshmen. That won a national title. So,
yeah.
I mean, I don't know if the pressure was on Jalen Hurts about doing that again or what, but I'm glad Nick had took him out of the game. And we got
it was a good thing because then they don't win a national title. They probably get shut out, and I don't think Nick Saban wants another shutout on his resume. You know what I'm saying? And into news, you know what I'm saying? His younger son actually plays in the state of Alabama. I mean, his younger brother, Talia. I can't even. I'm not going to kill this dude's name, but his brother Talia. If I'm saying his name right, because Polynesian / Samoan people got these crazy names, and those are my brothers in the struggle. They melanin people just like we are, but I digress. But they got these crazy names. But his high school, Thompson High School, up in Alabaster, which is not too far from the University of Alabama campus. He's currently ranked number 9 quarterback. He's currently ranked the number 9 quarterback as far as dual threat quarterbacks in the country. You know what I'm saying? According to 24/7 Sports. So he's looking to come out in that 219 class. So, like I say, Saban is looking to get him. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
And his dad did him a favor because, he said he wanted to be closer to his son. Because Polynesian people, you know what I'm saying? They're very family oriented. So if a family members are successful, you know what I'm saying? Everybody moves close to one another. They don't really move a far distance from other family members. That's just how close knit that type of their family is. So just imagine Tua going to the NFL. You know what I'm saying? Then they're gonna be, the family gonna be close to one another. That's just how they are. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to him. Shout out to Tua. Because I'm not gonna kill this dude's name. You're not gonna convince me to kill this guy's name. I'm not doing it. Yeah, I'm gonna call him Tua. We're gonna have to stick to Tua now. So it is what it is.
Yep. Man, yeah. I mean, it was a good game. I mean, good game on both ends. Let me get close to the camera because it's showing me more in the shadows and everything. It was good. Like I said, it was a good game. I was impressed with both teams. Like I said, Nick Saban, he made a ballsy call. He made a gutsy move there.
Oh yeah.
Gotta give him props on that because some of these little punk ass coaches would make no move like that. Nick did. So, I mean, it was something, man. It was something.
Yeah, he do caution to the wind and be like, you know what, we finna drop 2 10s in the bucket and we finna say fuck it. We finna get this national title. Mm-hmm. That's what Nick did, and hats off to that brother, man. That's all I can tell you, man.
Yeah. So shit. Man, shit. Hell, if anybody can tell, I'm fighting something. I'm fighting that 5-letter word that start with S. Doing the little show.
Oh, yeah, it's all good, man.
You know what?
Yeah. No, it's all good, man. Hey.
Oh, shit.
You got any other sports copies you trying to talk about, man? Like in the NBA or something? What's new?
I ain't following NBA much, but I'm glad because I heard Cleveland got their ass whooped last night. But the only sport topic I got is that LSU fired Matt Canada and they promoted the tight end coach to be the offensive coordinator. So get him man that $1.7 million buyout, and shit, he gone. I don't know where he finna go, but
I agree.
They promote. And I really think when you promote a tight end coach as offensive coordinator, they make the best coordinators.
What's the boy name? Chutnisky, whatever the fuck his goddamn name.
Rob Chunzisky.
Chunzisky, yeah. Damn names, but I digress. I ain't trying to kill nobody's name though, but that
they call him Chud.
He's a damn good coordinator though, I'll tell you that.
Yeah. Shit. Cam passed for 4,000 yards his rookie year.
Oh yeah. He has a fucked up name. He was a damn good tight end in his own right in the NFL and at Miami.
Yeah, he played for what you call. Hold on a second.
Jimmy Johnson. Played for Jimmy Johnson. Yeah. Chill moment, guys.
Yeah, okay, y'all, I'm back. Let me grab my phone here and see what little site I get on. Talking about it.
Well, yeah, as you call him, fuckboy James. As you call him, not me.
What?
As you talking about LeBron, you call him fuckboy James. So,
I don't call him that, boy. That's Tristan Thompson. That title goes to Tristan Thompson.
But anyway, the Minnesota Timberwolves last night killed them in the post, though, man.
Oh hell yeah!
They went hard in the paint on them, man. Taj Gibson and Karl Anthony Towns, man. And I'm surprised nobody ain't tried to make a trade for this guy just yet, man. I ain't tried to go for him or none of that, man. I'm just shocked. The boy is cleaning up house in the paint over there at Minnesota, man.
Mm-hmm.
But they they got 8 alive in the post last night. Cleveland, man, and 10 points. Man. Shockingly, Kevin Love only scored 3 points.
LeBron scored 10. ESPN got some. Who Magic and Lakers need to hold LeVar Ball accountable.
You said the Lakers and LeVar Ball need to do what now?
Magic and the Lakers need to hold LeVar Ball accountable. They said something about the Lakers knew what they were getting in LeVar Ball when they drafted his son, but after multiple meetings and pleas not to publicly disparage their team and coach, the situation remains unchanged.
I think LeVar Ball need to calm his ass down. I mean, I want to like LeVar Ball. You know, I definitely respect him for making a move for his kids in terms of Lithuania. But dude, just cut all that nigga. He just being a talking ass nigga. You got your son is in the NBA. Nothing to prove to anybody other than, I mean, what's up with all the damn talking? You know, this nigga. Every time you look up, this nigga is in the media, and you know, I'm trying to like this dude, man. You know, but every time I try to like this dude, guess what? He do something to be like. I understand where Ticket TV be coming from about this dude, man. I mean, Ticket TV, man, but you know, I feel Ticket on that, man. I really do feel Ticket TV on that, man.
Yeah. I see the Packers hired Mike Pettin to be the new defensive coordinator. He was a former Browns coach. He used to be Rex Ryan's defensive coordinator at the Jets.
Who hired? You lost me on that one for a second.
Well, I'm looking at it right now. The Packers hired Mike Pettin as the new defensive coordinator.
Mike Pettin?
Chiefs tapped running back coach Eric Bieniemy as the offensive coordinator. Really?
Give me a second. I'm trying to. Defensive coordinator with the Packers.
Mike Pettin is the new defensive coordinator.
Mike Pettin. Okay, I thought you said offensive coordinator. That's right.
He ain't no offensive coordinator. No, I said that the Chiefs promoted Eric Bieniemy as the new offensive coordinator.
Eric Bieniemy. Okay, yeah. Who played for Colorado? Damn good running back in Colorado.
Yep.
Yeah, I remember him in college. So yeah, not a bad hire at all. I mean, he's definitely a player's coach in terms of offensive coordinator. So I think he'll do a good job as an offensive coordinator. What about yourself?
I think so too, because I mean, he had that little cup of coffee up there in Colorado, man, and nothing. But that's the Chiefs, though.
Yeah. The NFL need to kick fucking Richie Cognito up out of the NFL, but you know they racist ass ain't gonna do it. You know, Richie Incognito talking about racial slurs is a misunderstanding. Dude, how many misunderstandings do you gotta fucking have?
Yeah.
Of saying fuck shit. The NFL, I'm gonna continue to protest. I'm gonna just say it like this, you know. I'm glad my Titans doing good, but I'm gonna continue to protest. Fuck it. You know, but it don't make no fucking sense though. Me too.
You really don't.
See some stupid ass shit like that. You continue to give the. That's how I see it.
Yeah.
It's just fucking baffling. Kentucky barely beat
Ravens. Ravens entrusted Don Martindale to be the new defensive coordinator. They call him Wink.
For sure.
Yep.
For sure.
Man, anything you like to say before we wrap this little quick up? Because we say that episode 2 Hold up. Episode 2 of Let's Draw on Something. I sent Jimmy a link. It's more like a preview. I tagged him on it. It was a preview of a famous line that Bernie Mac said it sold me. And it was funny. So yeah. Title, that's gonna be the title of episode 2. I'm gonna roll with that myself. I'm gonna share some experiences about that. And then I got a couple of and then some folks, I had a couple of folks that inbox me some questions, so I'm not gonna say name, I'm not gonna say the names on them, just random questions and initials.
Yeah.
And I'm not gonna. I normally, I said on for my Let's Draw something. I'm normally not gonna talk about my old job, but I was asked a question about it, so I'm gonna answer this young man's question. So I ain't gonna do it now. That's why I said wait till about Sunday or so, and we'll tackle on that.
Right.
It's a pretty interesting good ones, man. I can probably just pull one up.
Okay, for sure.
Okay, this is one question. I saved it. There's a one with the initials CW. He said that what's up, Craig? Let's see. I listened to you on on 2 episodes of the Jimmy JSmoove show, and also your premiere episode of the show. Said my question to you is about with you and to the both of y'all. It was been directed to us. With you guys' intense knowledge on sports, how come you guys ain't work? How come you guys don't work for either ESPN or Fox Sports? Say because both of y'all can put those guys to shame with some of the things and with some of these facts you come up with. Well, that's it's a funny question, Jimmy, but in the perfect world, they couldn't handle us. ESPN, now Fox Sports maybe, we can probably say a few little things, kind of smooth the water. We can't. Fox Sports probably they'll let us say much, but they ain't gonna let us say too much. But ESPN, we're watered down. We can't say what we need to say. All the little cookie crumb, all the little cookie crumb WWE Disney shit that they own. They'll probably have script writers for me and Jimmy saying, "Hey, Jimmy, when you get on the show, we need you to say this." Stupid. Or they'll have us doing something stupid. But no, CW. I mean, that would be nice. But like I said, in the perfect world, they couldn't help us. But yeah, I mean, we'll kick some ass on them, but they couldn't win the networks. The networks probably couldn't handle us, especially ESPN. Nah. We're two guys that don't like being told what to say and what to do, what not to do without vocabulary. So, I mean, I think that answered that question. Jim, you agree with that?
I agree 100% of that. And another thing too, podcasts are starting to become the new thing these days because that's why you have satellite radio and that's why you have podcasts on the internet. And if you already have a fan base, you know what I'm saying? It's easy to do a podcast because you're not held back on what to do and what to say. Because the thing about ESPN is ESPN, you know what I'm saying? They make their money how most news network make their how most television stations make their money, how all televisions make their money, and that's advertisement. So if we was to work for ESPN, first of all, we got to have at least 2 or 3 years of college experience. Which the funny thing is, you really don't have to have college experience to really be a good broadcaster. You just got to know what the fuck you're talking about.
Mm-hmm.
But the thing is, if I was to work for ESPN, those advertisement dollars, those advertisers would pull the plug on ESPN. Let's just keep it 1,010. Which is why I do shit on YouTube, which is why a lot of people do things on YouTube because, for the most part, unless you're saying some really off the wall shit, extremely, extremely off the wall shit, you know what I'm saying? Racist, white supremacist shit, and sometimes they don't take it off for you doing that unless people report it. But you know, with YouTube, you got a platform. You can say what the fuck you want to for the most part, anyway. You know what I'm saying? Even though they controlled by advertisement dollars, you know what I'm saying? If you got a good sponsor on YouTube, you know, you in the clear. You know what I'm saying? And you don't got to shuck and jive and tap dance or whatever. If you create your own website / podcast and get some people to advertise on your show and stuff like that, that's a good way of that's a good way of having your voice heard and stuff like that. So that then in a perfect world, that's a good idea. But the reality of being on ESPN or Fox News, you still got that crutch over you. Like you say, you got a sports writer writing for you, telling you what to say and shit like that. I just say shit off the top of my head. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
You know, and I review everything later and stuff like that. So I thank you for the compliment, most definitely. You know, I really appreciate that. But we also got to keep in mind that white supremacists run these sports platforms. You know what I'm saying? You know, even with Fox, and I like Undisputed better than uh first fakes or first pump fakes, as I call them motherfuckers. You know, affectionately known as first take. You know what I'm saying? You know, at least with Fox News, you know what you're getting out of Fox News because it's ran by the same person. Fox Sports, Fox News, they're ran by the same person, Rupert Murdoch.
Right.
Uh, but at least with Fox News, they'll bring in a balance. You know, they'll have the good guy, bad guy scenario. You know, they bring the crazy talking Negro per se and bring in the so-called intellectual white guy, which is for the most part Skip Bayless and Shannon Sharp. You know, which Shannon Sharp knows how to articulate himself. He can be the crazy talking Negro. He was the crazy talking Negro in the NFL. Shout out to that brother. So, you know, with Fox News, even though they're a little bit more lenient in their play on that good guy, bad guy scenario, you're still somewhat controlled by that crutch over your head. You're still controlled by the sports writers for the most part and stuff like that. They give Shannon a little bit more freedom because, you know, you gotta have at least that one nigga at a time thing. It's one of the that's how it is at Fox Sports 1. That one nigga at a time thing. So, you know, and Shannon Sharp risk his job every day. You know, he's set in terms of Go ahead, sir.
I give it to him, man. You know, got another question. This one pertaining to me. This comes from who is this? LB. Okay, that's why I'm saying in this. I don't want to say no names. You know, say, hey Craig. Hey Craig. I looked at a Facebook post of yours dating back in October. On October 3rd, when you had announced on Facebook that your father had passed away. The person said, I remember you. He said, I remember you would tell good stories about your father, but you also mentioned something about the dude that got you started in the drawing, which was his uncle. Are there any? Have you been told any good stories about your dad's brother, which is your uncle? And if so, can you share them? Yeah. I found out earlier, LB, that late on in the years, my uncle Wesley years older than my father, because had he lived, he would have been 68. Um, brothers and everything, like you said about, the little brother being athletically gifted than the big brother. Well, I found out more about him. Whereas, my pops was more in like the track and field, and at a point in time when he got out of Nam, he waited several months. He tried out for Cincinnati Bengals. My Uncle Wes was more of a baseball dude than a basketball guy. But he never pursued it. He did it as a hobby.
Mm-hmm.
But his thing was like I said, withdrawn. But like all family members now, was told to me by pops later on, like all family members, when my pops returned back from Nam, they had a little rough misunderstanding about some things. Uncle Wes was jealous of him because little brother made it better than what he was doing. But Uncle Wes's life changed, man, when I came to the fold back when I was born in '78. So I guess he said, when children come to a picture in a person's life, it does change things. Wes never had children of his own, but I was his favorite nephew. I was his only favorite nephew, and shoot, I know it was a time when my mom and dad, they need to run somewhere. They couldn't find a babysitter. Pop said that he would watch his brother would watch me while they were gone taking care of the business and everything. He did, he did, he did his little stuff and everything. He wasn't into drugs and nothing like that. He kept a job. He kept a good job, and another thing he was very fond of. He loved Oldsmobile. He loved driving them Oldsmobile Cups. So,
Mm-hmm.
but other than that, man, I mean, I have none. I mean, if I had got to know him if he had been alive now, the only bad thing that I can't say about my uncle is the fact that his murder remains unsolved, because he was killed in a fire the day before the Chicago Bears won the Super Bowl. That was back in '86. So, and from what my mom told me, he was supposed to be coming over to our house that Friday, to kind of set things up and stuff like that. But he didn't come. So, but yeah, that remained everything. His murder remains really unsolved right there. And that was really like the first black cloud to hover over us and our family like that. But my uncle was nice. My uncle was a pretty cool dude, man. From my understanding, he was a pretty cool guy, and he kind of settled down. But I remember my pop said one thing. He said, "Well, my brother has something in common." I said, "What's that?" "Yeah, I love y'all. Nice looking, bright skinned, dark skinned woman. As long as they got some big titties and some good looking legs, y'all want it."
Mm-hmm.
So, hey, I mean, my uncle picked up some pretty good looking women. So, man, but, and, back then, the '80s and stuff like that. I know his last girlfriend was like 20. How old was Anita? His last girlfriend was like 23 when they met.
Right.
And she carried herself like a grown woman for to be 23.
Right.
Dabbling all of this shit and nothing. So, but yeah, man. I mean, like after he got killed in the fire, that shook her up pretty good. She didn't want to stay at that apartment by herself. So, she moved, and last I did hear about it, she had gotten married. She had gotten married 2 years after he had died, after my uncle died. I think that was the one thing he wanted. He wanted to make that step. He wanted to have children, and then he was gonna work on getting the house and stuff, and having a better life as family. But him being murdered in that fire, man, that deprived us. So my uncle was a good dude. So I mean, that's a little bit more about me and the fun little drawing story. I would get him to draw me Superman all the time.
Right.
I mean, the dude would draw it pretty good. Now I catch him, I'm like, why is you drawing his S backwards? Oh shit, you know. So, but yeah, my uncle's pretty cool. So that's why I said what pops up there. I mean, up in heaven, man. The Smith boys got those gates covered. So, but yeah, I would say I'm gonna answer on episode 2. I'm gonna answer some more. I'm gonna answer the one main question I did pick out because I don't get into that one. It's really a fair ass question. So, yeah, I mean, other than that, man, I mean, we like I said, this was pretty quick. You know, like I said, y'all, this was pretty quick. Let's draw on something extra. It was pretty quick. Like I said, we talked about the game and stuff, all like that. And like I said, episode 2, if I haven't told you already, episode 2, it's gonna be retaining when I send Jimmy Mack the link. With Bernie Mac saying the famous line, "Fuck them kids from Soul Man."
Right.
I talk. Excuse me. Episode 2 be answering the fast question from a gentleman named T. I'm gonna answer this question last. And the episode 2, I'm gonna be talking about these goddamn children today, especially the grown ones. So where did they go wrong? Is it the child's fault or is it the parents' fault that they're just fucked up? And also the golden rule that I remember Jimmy McWright shared with me, that you ladies should not tell a man. And I'm gonna tell you something, ladies, if you have a child or 2 children, and that man didn't like you except not only you, but he accept your children and he go out his way to help the kids out, stuff like that.
Yeah.
Don't open your mouth and tell them, I don't need you being a father to my kids. That'll get your ass out. That'll get him out the door. I mean, that'll make him just leave. That'll make him just leave you alone. So I'm gonna dwell on that. I'm gonna talk about that in depth Sunday. I may pop Jimmy in for more on that little discussion as well. But other than that, Jimmy, anything you got, man? Anything you want to close out? Oh, and by the way, I almost forgot. Trails, the blues legend, Denise LaSalle, man. She passed away this morning.
Sorry to hear that.
So yeah, the Memphis blues legend, Denise, yeah, she passed away this morning, man. So prayers go out to her and her family. You know, she sung a lot of songs. I met her in person one time. She's pretty cool.
Wow.
But other than that, man, anything you want to add, man?
I mean, nothing else, man. I'm just happy to be on the show, man, and like I say, man, just real happy to be on the show, man. That's all I can say, man.
All right, y'all heard it. Once again, this is thank my guest Jimmy JSmoove from the 832. Y'all know how you do it, and y'all don't. Y'all really ain't got a damn clue. And on this edition of Let's Draw Something Extra, I'm Craig Smith, born and raised 773, relocated to the 901, and suffering immeasurably here at the 256. So with that being said, I will see you all Sunday, and I'm gonna go check my eyes for cracks because I gotta get up in the morning. All right, y'all.
Okay. All right.
All right.
All right.